Hello, what's up? It's Erin. It is Tuesday afternoon, and we are back for another Money Mamas Live. Love the comments. Love that people are tuning in and finding out about this Revshare stuff. I guess from the point of view of somebody who is just given the facts. Well, facts mixed with my opinion, which is always based on just my observations. I like to be at least a little scientific about what I'm looking at. So not only looking at past performance, but also, what's going on and making up my own mind. So not being swayed by people telling me stuff, but really trying to make up my own mind. And of course, like all humans, I get stuff wrong sometimes. But for the most part, the ones that I have felt confident about actually did pretty well. So let's start with our review. Let me give you an update of what we're doing today. So today we are going to, let me see if I can, yes, I'm drawing on the screen again. Okay, we're going to do our Revshare review. Let me see what's going on in Revshares. Then this THWGlobal, I'll give you an update on that, tell you what's going on. It's kind of going bonkers, so it's actually sort of a good thing because I think this one might work out. I can't say yet because there's not enough information and it hasn't even launched. But the worst is you open up an account and nothing happens. They've definitely grown, and what they need is like 50,000 people per country in order to make it start moving. The idea, the concept behind it is pretty solid. Like, it makes sense that they're targeting larger corporations that want to do advertising and do things like pilots, I guess, like pilot test or what is it? Like, do a live test on whether or not their ad is effective or not. So there's a word for that. Ugh. And I know some of you are like screaming it at the screen right now because I can't think of the word. It's not test drive. Whatever. I'll think of it. I'll think of the word. And we are also going to go over new stuff, and figure out what's going on in the world of CrowdRising. Hi. Princess, say hello. There's Princess. Yep. Me and the cat. We are doing a webinar. I also had the worst idea before starting, and that was to eat beets. I had boiled a bunch of beets last night and ate them, and my teeth turned like red pink, and I was kind of flipping out because it looked really disgusting. Okay, so over here on our Revshares, I'm going to start with URS. Now, URS, not a good color. Let's try this one. That's better. Ultimate Revshare. Ultimate Revshare, the Revshare part of it has not come in yet, but they did this thing with a recovery program. Okay, so it kind of went like, it was way exciting and then way not exciting, and now we're waiting for the next news. Of course, it didn't work. There were glitches. Things happened when they were telling everybody to come into the program, their recovery program, which freaked people out. So really, it was more like this. People were like totally freaked out and panicked and running and screaming scam. And now we're kind of here waiting again because they have to figure some things out so we can get back to this. What it is it's something that's going to create a 4x4 matrix. So what's going to happen is, and the way it's supposed to work, the way it was supposed to work, is that here is the person on top of URS, and then he would get, hey, the first, because you only get 4, there'd be 4 people who would pay him $2. That's it. It's like $2 to get in. And then anybody else who came under his links would be the spillover for these people. Hey, have you seen this before? CrowdRising. It's another one of these. It's a matrix. Okay. and then spillover, spillover, spillover. So everybody using his link would turn him into a quadrupus, not an octopus, 4 legs. But then these people should all get 4, and I'll get 4, and I'll get 4. However, it didn't work out that way. What happened is, I don't know where I came in, but I used his link, but it didn't tell me to give him $4 because he already had his 4 people. It told me to give this person up here $4 who was not part of what was supposed to happen for URS. It was actually one of the admins for the recovery program site. Basically, everybody, me and like 3,000 people, all ended up giving $2 to this guy. Yeah, even more than that. Like they probably, you know, there was estimations like this. There's 2 people up here. They probably made $30,000 in the night that people were going to stay awake and watch their spillovers happen. No spillover happened because all it did was keep paying these people. Pay, 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 pay. And if you're wondering what happened in URS, this is my explanation using my patent pending rating system of smiles. So these people got paid, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. There was no spillover because all the payments just kept going to here. What needed to happen is these people paid this guy and he upgraded them, and then they all needed to upgrade someone else. Anyway, if they had all been upgraded, they should have gotten the next spillover, but then they weren't upgraded. I don't know. Oh, and then this person wasn't upgraded in time, so that means their money went all the way here instead of here. Anyway, it was a big, colossal mess. And the people screamed, scam, 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 scam. It's over. Run for your lives. We finally heard back. We finally heard back from admin, and they said, don't worry. It'll all be taken care of. You'll get your $2 back, and it'll go to the right person. They also told us don't put any more and don't do any upgrades until you start seeing your spillover. That should start happening. And once the 4x4x4x4 comes in, hopefully that'll start trickling in the downline, and then I can even invite people in, and it's $2 for the first level, $5 for the second level, and then it keeps going up from there. But because it's a 4x4x4, the spillover keeps happening. So if Tom, who is supposed to get all the people coming in under his link, has like 5,000 people coming in, and the first 4 people were right under him, and then that puts 16 people under there, well, you can see there's quite a bit of room for the spills to keep coming and coming and coming. So it should work out pretty well. I mean, unless you're coming in like way down here somewhere, then it might not. But that's what happened to URS. Wow. That was quite the explanation. I'm going to get rid of those guys and move on. Let's see, does it erase? Oops, it does erase that. Okay. I was trying not to erase everything, and I erased everything anyway. Okay, so our second Revshare. There's nothing much to say. MPA. I'm still happy with them. I'm really happy. And for that pays, I was actually getting some more earnings with them too. So right now, in my paying ads, I'm still going with my same strategy of building up funds and then just purchasing $50 shares, because they last a little bit longer and you seem to get better returns on them than just doing the $5 shares, which you max out at 100 shares anyway. And so like the most you can make per day with that is, I don't know, $11 or $7 or something, however it works out. Like it's pretty low. And so at least with the 50, you're putting your money towards getting more returns. It actually really does work out that way. I'm happy. Oh, and the big date, July 5th, is coming up. Oh my gosh, like 1 week from today, all of that PayPal money is put back into our accounts. We get to buy the shares. That's going to like crazy boost my account. And hopefully within, I don't know, hopefully right away, or maybe within the next month, I'll be starting to take out my 200 a day, or at least 100 a day. But I'm very much looking forward to that. That's going to be a really wonderful day. Like we finally made it. We waited 6 months. Everybody behaved well. Everyone was nice to each other, and we made it. They're also, MPA is also launching a big like marketing push to bring more people in. So they are actually targeting people who are not looking for the rev share, but they're actually looking for driving traffic to the site. So that's going to be, no, thank you. That's going to be a way for them to bring in more fresh funds to keep boosting the earnings for everybody in the rev share. So very exciting. And they now say, you know, if you can do 20 ads a day instead of 10, click around the site, click on ads, like basically show people who want to come in with their advertising money that it works, that people are clicking the ads. MPA, you get the smile of approval with cheeks. For AdPay, still doing fine. I have not put any more money in there for, I don't know, months and months and months, I guess since November or December. But anyway, I am steadily making about it. I know this doesn't sound like much, but my earnings are between $15 and $18 a day right now, and that should continue going up because I just keep recycling that. I think they still have their $10 a day withdraw, which, you know, you're like, okay, that's terrible. That's $200 a month. They're still working on the bank thing, so I will have to update you later, but I'm just recycling. I'm just putting the money back in. It's earning every day, so I'm totally fine with it. TNT also, I am making more than 10, not quite 20. I'm going to say around $15 a day in there. And again, I just keep recycling. Well, because I need to be making $100 a day in there to even pull any money out. No, more than that because of the 30-70 split. So I need to be making quite a bit of money per day. So that's kind of a long-term plan. We went over URS, and you know URS is going through their stuff. And that's the only ones I want to tell you about. There's the other ones out there. I mean, some of them went down the drain. Oh, yeah. Freedom 5. I think I called it Freedom 3 last time. I think I said F3 instead of F5. Sorry, I'm doing this because cat hair is flying around my face. It's not for any other nefarious reasons. Okay, just so you know. F5 they're not going to recover. That's just gone. So hopefully URS, this recovery plan, I will tell you about it next week. They said give them about 48 hours to figure out the glitches. And they're adding a recovery program number 2 so that you'll now have 2 different places, or we will have 2 different places to recover any sort of money lost in URS. They are really trying, and it goes back and forth. When you don't get a response, or when the group in Facebook doesn't get a response within, you know, a certain number of hours, people panic. And that's probably something to note when you are working in a large group of people and their money is involved, that response time is very important. And if you leave people hanging for too long, even if you're doing a lot of stuff in the background and really working on it, it doesn't work. People freak out. So note to yourself, if you're going to start a rev share, be responsive. Stay responsive. Don't leave people hanging. A terrible answer is just wait. But I guess there's not a lot you can say otherwise in a lot of these situations than wait, but it doesn't work for the people. Okay, next we are going to talk about, let me see if yellow will be good. Okay, what is this THWGlobal? Well, it is this thing where you're going to watch some ads, some video ads, or you're going to watch a TV show, a pilot, or do something. It's all video based. You have to do things with video. And you are going to make up to, which it looks like this, $25 an hour. That's a 2. And you can do this probably up to 10 hours a week. That's what they're saying. So I wonder if they cut you off after 10 hours. Or maybe $250. Like maybe you have to watch more than 10 hours to make the total amount that you can get, but they're saying you can get $1,000. Now, notice how I'm not saying this definitively. I'm saying what I know, which is they're saying you can make up to $1,000 a month. What's interesting though is every time you have a referral under you, you get $5 per hour, up to $5 per hour that they have made from doing their videos. So that can turn out to $40. That doesn't quite work. It came out to $40 a month that you can get, but that would only be $4 an hour. Anyway, that's what they were saying, up to $40 a month, which is not the same as $5 an hour. So got to check that. But if you had 10 people doing this and they were all doing a good job, that's an extra $400 for you. If you can build a team and keep going, and it goes 10 levels deep. Let's do that over my head. 10 levels deep. And I hope that's presenting to everyone. Okay, and it goes 10 levels deep, then you could get many, many more, much more money. If you're getting $40 a person, and let's say you have 100 people under you, which is actually really possible, then you can get $4,000. It won't let me draw the zero there. It's too low. Okay, you can make up to like 4,000 plus yours. I mean, it's not bad. If it works out how it's supposed to, I don't mind watching TV for 2 hours a day. I mean, you know, probably I'm going to do that anyway. Maybe I just do it at night and just watch some ads. It doesn't sound like hard work. It's more than clicking 5 ads a day, but it's also seems to be a steadier amount in larger amounts. So what I don't know yet at all is, 1, what kind of processors they use, and 2, how you make your withdrawals, and 3, how often you can make withdrawals. I don't know any of this information yet. So having kind of that fake money sitting in the system is no good to me. I want to know how fast they're going to actually pay out and in what form. That's the only way that we're actually going to feel confident that this is working. It doesn't matter if you rack up, you know, $500,000 in fake money in their back office if you can't actually take it out. Okay. CrowdRising is still continuing. People seem to be building their teams pretty well. Newest update on CrowdRising that I really want to go over. CrowdRising, if you haven't heard, had a vote last night. And it was on a webinar. All members were invited. Everybody got a chance. If you were absentee, you absentee voted yes. It was a presumed yes for you. If you did not show up to vote, no. What they were going to do is figure out a way to help people who have people in their lines that just do nothing and sit there at level 1. They sit there at level 1 because they probably haven't brought anybody in underneath them. And remember, in this one, you get 5 people. And the 5 people come in at 20. So if this is you and you have all these people just sitting there at level 1 and they're never upgrading and they never put anybody else under them, like let's just say they didn't even get these people. They just sit there. They're kind of taking up your space of where you could potentially grow. I've seen people with crazy downlines where, you know, everybody is like working out. The teams are doing amazing and they have like 500 people on their team. But if these people up here just sit here, it doesn't matter how many people you have, even like way down here at 10 levels deep, that could potentially give you $990. If they never do anything, then these aren't really going to do you much good. So this is all about working together. Everybody has to work together. The vote was, if somebody's sitting at level 1 and you honestly and really try to help them upgrade and they don't, or you get no response and they stay at level 1, they stay at level 1 and they got 2 people under them. So that could be from a spillover. They brought 2 people in. Let's say they just stay at level 1, even though they collected $40. Since they never upgraded, they are going to be moved over to like a waiting area. This spot will now be open for you to bring in someone new so that you can start filling that with somebody who's going to continue with the system. For me, mine is going crazy, super slow. And the thing with the solarium where they were going to help you and like bring in new people, not happening. It hasn't happened yet. So I don't know. We have people coming in, but it's like 1 or 2 a week versus 5,000 or 100 a week. So CrowdRising is growing for somebody, but I haven't seen a lot of evidence that people are getting paid a lot. Like this person with this downline, and it says their potential is like, I don't know what it said, $35,000 or something that they could collect, or even more than that. The total they collected was $300, which is still pretty good. It's still pretty good. But that means, if you think about $300, that's 100 off the first level. No, well, what it was, I saw it actually. It said 120. It said 120 off level 1 and 180 off level 2, and that was it. So divided by 40, that actually doesn't make too much sense, but that's what it said. Maybe it was backwards. Pretty sure that's what I saw. Anyway, maybe only like 4 people upgraded from level 2, and then they had an extra one upgrade from level 1 because one of these people got skipped, and so it went here. There wasn't a lot of movement, even having this like huge team, and to me, that's disappointing. So let's give CrowdRising. They're getting kind of a, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. But does that mean I'm not pushing it? Or does that mean I'm not promoting it? No, I am. The reason is it can grow, but it's going slowly. So if I do my part, it can grow faster. That's what we're looking at. Okay. Last thing are some interesting things. And again, if you want to know more about what I'm about to tell you, then you need to get in touch with me. That's what needs to happen here. This one is a private investors group. And I'm just going to tell you about this. It's brand new. It just started. Nobody's gotten paid out yet because it's not even 1 month old, but it's all based on the thing called binary trading and having people who are professional traders essentially put a fund together, which, in some places called like a mutual fund, where everybody pulls their money into one thing and then the money's made based on that money and then it gets distributed. There is a not dollar sign. Not dollar sign. There is a 40% ROI each month. 40%. Essentially, $100 turns into about $5,000 if you just let it accumulate over a year. If you start low, it does take about 12 months. It's a 12-month projection. And here's the interesting thing. You are allowed to take a part or all of your money out after the first month. You have to let it stay there for 30 days to do its thing to complete the first cycle. It's not a cycler, but I'm going to say the first cycle, right? The first 30-day period. And then you can take out all your money if you want. You could take out your money plus your 40%. I do have a calculator I would like to share with you, show you this. If you are interested, you do need to contact me directly, as this is, there's not like a website you sign up on. You get into the group and you get a contract with the person who is the head of it. He's extremely responsive, very transparent, and really showing a lot of integrity, a lot, much more than admin or other people who are kind of hiding behind other admin. There's no multiple layers to get to the guy in charge. And he's a real person. He's just a real person, and it's not like sketchy stuff being posted. I mean, he posts pictures of his kids, like his son just had a 1-year-old birthday, and you just don't see that a lot from people who are hiding behind their internet scams. So I'm going with not a scam. It is an investment with risk, as is anything. I mean, if you're going to play the stock market, there's risk, but this is a real thing. And let me show you the calculator. Let's do that. I'm going to turn off my camera for a second and go grab the calculator. Make sure it's big enough for you to see. Hold on. I'm still here. Okay. Here we go. All right, I'm going to reset everything so it's at zeros so we can play. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. Of course you're ready. I'm just talking to myself. Okay. I'm going to do entire screen. So let's do that. Make sure it's showing perfect. It's showing on the screen. Excellent. Okay. You can see what I see. All right. So even here it says, I acknowledge I may request. Let me show you. I acknowledge I may request or withdraw some or all funds at any point after 1 month from deposit. We'll highlight that. Okay, highlight the whole thing. That's awesome. And although results have been typical in the history of our trading team, every possible stop has been put in place. We cannot give a 100% guarantee of future results. We have made every effort to ensure your out-of-pocket deposit is safe should the team fail to bring us positive results. What that means, and I asked about that, with the 40% that you get, there's actually, as you may imagine, more than 40% being made. There's more than 40% being made. So with more than 40% being made, some of that is being put into a monthly reserve so that if something does go wrong, there's still a reserve to help pay people. So this is based off putting money in on let's see, the 25th. Let's start today. Let's make this more accurate. So let's say you started today. Whoopsies. No, let's say you start. I'm going to do that. So you'll see it's the full calendar year, July 1st through June 30th. So let's do it. $100. If you let your money ride, you'd earn $40 the first month. Your balance would be $140, and now you're going to earn 40% of your $140, which is $56. You'll see after a year, bing, 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 you make $5,669.39. That's if you don't take any withdraws. You can always add money. So let's say you put in 100 and then you're kind of liking it. And so in like 3 months, you decide to put in 200. It changes everything. You're making $9,800. But let's say you need to take some money out for whatever reason, and you decide to take out 100, it goes back down. Every time you make a change, you get an updated spreadsheet. It comes in a PDF, and it will show you what your new projection is. So let's see. So that's 100. Let's try 500. And again, let me just take these out. So $500 will yield you after 12 months, $28,346. You'll notice that your balance here is after 3 months, $1,300. So let's say you really needed $1,000. Whoopsies, that's no good because you're going to be negative. Don't do that, people. Don't do that. Let's take out 100. There we go. So you'll end up with 25, and you can see where your balance is. So one thing I was kind of playing with, just calculator play. Let's say 2,000 went in, and I wanted to pay myself back my 2,000 pretty quickly. So you'll notice that each month is an $800 There we go, 113,000 off of 2,000. Seriously, that is some great compound interest, wouldn't you say? Wouldn't you say? Imagine if this is your kid's college fund and you put in 2,000, and after a year you have 113,000 in there. Dare we even say it? Like, what if you could keep this going and this was $113,000? It won't even go that high. Let's see. You're looking at 6 million after 2 years, if you just let it ride and take nothing out. So let's go back to our 2,000. And after a month, you needed to take out 500. And you took out 500 again. Or minus, yeah. And let's say you're feeling conservative. So every month you take out 500. And now you have your 2,000 back, and you could let the rest ride. You know what? You could even take out, like, see your balance here? You have 6,000. You could take money out here. Let's say you needed 5,000 that month. Now, of course, that's going to change. Oh, you can't take out 5,000. Why? Because that's silly, Erin. There was not 5,000 to take out. Let's take out 3,000. Because I have to look at the balance. Sorry. You got 2,000. Now you have 3,000 left. I was looking at the wrong column. Let's say here you just really need 5,000 out. You're still going to have the 11,000 at the end. And here you can take out 11,000. No. Oh my God. Look at your columns. Sorry. I'm being really goofy. There we go. And you'll still have $599 left, and you've taken out $17,100 over the course of the year. Not bad. Not bad for starting with 2,000. Okay. This is a very, very interesting prospect. Again, I am waiting to see what happens, and I'm not giving you a lot of information about this because I do not want to tell you anything that isn't true yet. Okay, so you've seen the calculator. You've seen what's going to happen, what the projection is, and it stays steady at the 40% a month. So maybe some months they're bringing back 50%. Some months are bringing back 90%. Some months are bringing back 30%. Whatever it is, they're putting the reserve in, as far as I understand. And that is what's going to keep this moving and running. The person putting it together, I don't believe that he is like brand new at this. He's also not the one making the investments. He has, like it says, an investment team. So the team is making the decisions of how to process the money. It's all Bitcoin, I believe. And like you saw, it is a 12-month contract. Okay, but you are allowed to take out any or all of your money after any point after 30 days. So I suppose you could put in 2,000, get back, what, 3,000, and just take it and run with it. You could do that, but, you know, seems like you'd want to leave it. So you could turn your 100, the minimum in is 100. The minimum in is 100. And normally they say like you'd need between like $20,000 and $50,000 to do one of these accounts by yourself. So that's why pooling the money together and making it into a single account and then having people be able to do lower amounts is good for more people. We've heard about something like this before, something like Flip the Seeds. Do you want to see my Flip the Seeds review? Okay. Let me see. Flip the Seeds is all over the place. Flip the Seeds is getting a shoulders up. I don't know. I cannot tell you what's going on. There. That's my Flip the Seeds review. Is it good? Don't know. Is it bad? Not sure. I do know that there are a little bit over 1,800 people in the group, which means those are all people who have seeded, and probably 1,775 people are waiting for payout. I also know that it is no longer a 5 to 8 week program. It is now a 10-week or however long it might take program. There's no guarantee anymore. There's no guarantee you'll get your money back. There is a guarantee that if you don't get your money after 10 weeks, that they'll do some stuff to your account and you get to continue waiting. If you ask about your refund, if you ask about your money or getting paid, because there's people on week 12 now, and you are told to wait very patiently. If you wait patiently, great. If you ask about it, you'll get a refund and you're out of the program. Refunds were given to everybody who asked for one, and now there's 2 more programs opening up under this. I told you, I don't know. There's the 1,000%, there's the 500%, and there's 200%. All of these are open and like, ooh, I didn't know I can move that. And you can totally promote them. However, a majority, like pretty much everybody who commented said, that's great, I will promote after I get my money. So we'll see. As far as commissions go, I don't know. So all we do is wait. That's it. Okay. Hit me up with any questions you have. And THWGlobal.net. Let me put that up here. Let me give you some links. So this is bizerin.THWGlobal.net. That one's cool. I would also like to share with you Oh, that's not .net. Oh my God. I did this last night. THWGlobal. I remember. I got the .net in my head. THWGlobal.com. Try that one. .net won't get you anywhere, so it's not like I sent you somewhere else. No, it's CrowdRising.net/ref/bizerin. And URS. There's the recovery program. You might as well go try it. I don't know. I mean, it's like literally, it doesn't matter if I give you my link or not to go join URS, like, because there's nothing happening in there. But the recovery program, once that gets going and I start seeing it, I'll share the link directly for the thing that is the recovery program. If you're already in URS, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, I'm going to wait and see if it actually starts working before I start telling people about it. It doesn't make any sense to tell you about something I don't know about. Okay, so the THWGlobal thing I don't know about yet, but there's nothing out of your pocket. It's not $2, it's not $1. There's nothing out of your pocket. So that's why I'm sharing that one right away. The other ones, I have definitely been paid, like through CrowdRising. I have made money. I actually have made money and not lost it. And URS, still waiting. And then FTS, you know. Anyway, awesome day, everybody. Take care. Love you all. Be safe online. Wash your feet every day and have a good one. I will see you after 4th of July. Oh my gosh, July 5th. We get to have a live update on the day that PayPal money comes out. Yay! Okay. Yay, MPA, it's going to be a party. Okay, seriously, I've said okay 100 times. Bye.